Walla Walla, Shabbat Shalom, Wabati, Walama. Alright, hope y'all enjoyed y'all Sabbath. Okay, but I just want to hit you real quick with a video um, about what is perfect. You know, you hear people say all the time that, you know, we sinners and we can't do all 613 laws, and you know how people talk. And so, that's what it is. Like a lot of people is worshiping the mainstream religions. Okay, to say that Jesus Christ died on the cross, and when he died on the cross, all laws were done away with. That's a mainstream religion. It takes truth and virtue to actually abide by all the laws of the commandment, meaning his Sabbaths, you know, his feast days. Only thing that the Hameshiach took away was the actual sacrificial laws. Okay, the sacrificial laws. And it wasn't until you come into the land where you were actually in the land that he chose for you, which is Zion and Tel Arah, that you would actually sacrifice a lamb. Okay, so therefore, anywhere else in your captivity, sacrifice a lamb, like he says in and I made sure I wrote that down in Isaiah 66 1 and 3. So if y'all read Isaiah 66 1 and 3, it'll tell you that sacrificing a lamb anywhere else is like killing a man. Okay, if it's outside of the land, okay, that he gave you outside of the secret place. Okay, so but what I wanted to get into is what is are we able to keep all the laws of the Creator? Okay, and I want to show you a couple prophets that work. Okay, and that was called perfect. Okay, so let's go to Genesis chapter 6 and 9 real quick. Genesis chapter 6 and 9. Okay. Increasing corruption on the earth. Okay, so in that time, let's see what he said, Noah and the flood. Genesis chapter 6 and 9, he said, these are the generations of Noah. Okay, Noah was a just man and perfect. Okay, perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. So he was perfect. So that means Noah followed the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Okay, that means from the back to the front, you know, from Revelation to Genesis. Okay, so Noah actually followed the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and he was actually considered perfect. Okay, so let's go to real quick. Let's go to Genesis 17. While we in Genesis, we're gonna find out if Abraham followed the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Okay, all the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Okay, so Abraham, let's go to Genesis 17 and 1. It says, and when Abraham was 99 years old, okay, the Lord appeared to Abraham and said unto him, I am the Lord Almighty Yah. Okay, El Shaddai, walk before me and be thou perfect. Okay, and I will make my covenant between me and thee and multiply thy seed exceedingly. Multiply thee exceedingly. And Abraham fell on his face. Alright. Fell on his face. Alright. And Yah Allah talked with him, saying, as for me, behold my covenant with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Okay, so we can see that Abraham and Noah was actually perfect. That means they followed the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That's what perfect is. Okay, so let's go over to Job. Let's see what he said about Job. Let's check out what he said about Job. Okay. Okay, go to Job chapter 1. Okay, verse 1. Okay, it says, Job's character and wealth. This is about Job's character and wealth. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared the Most High, and eschewed evil. That means hated evil. Okay, he swore. He hated evil. He hated evil. Okay, and he was perfect and upright. So that's three prophets that the Most High considered perfect. All right, three prophets that the Most High considered perfect. Okay, so let's see what Yahusha said about that. Let's go to Matthew 5 and 48. Matthew 5 and 48. Let's check out Matthew. All right, Matthew 5 and 48. Let's see what he says. Let's see what Yahusha says. 5 and 48. Put this in loving thy enemies, right? Okay. He says, be ye therefore perfect. Okay. Even as your Father, which is in heaven, is perfect. Okay. So be ye therefore perfect. Even as your Father, which is in heaven, is perfect. So when you talk about when people say God is in my heart and all this and all these things, and you got to reveal to them that, listen, you able to be perfect. Not just God is in your heart, but you have the heart of the truth of the word. All right, you have the heart that breathes fire, this water. Okay, this water will allow you to be perfect into the Most High. So don't let nobody fool you to think that you can't do all His law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, the only one you're not supposed to be doing is the law of the sacrifice. Everything else, man, everything else is for those that are not observing the Sabbath, for those of you that are not actually not wearing fringes, for those of you, this law is for you to be perfect, okay, for you to be a peculiar people, okay, for you to be a peculiar people, okay. So we have to understand that, and we have to glorify that. We have to glorify that in His name, okay. So Deuteronomy, let's go to Deuteronomy 6 and 25. Deuteronomy 6 and 25, as it hits us over the head with truth. Okay, Deuteronomy 6 and 25. Deuteronomy 6 and the greatest commandment. Deuteronomy 6 and 25. All right. It says, and it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all, not some, but all these commandments before the Lord our God, and He have commanded us. I mean, that's up to you praying 5 times a day. That's up to you making sure you put your kids in the word. You, with the strength of Yahusha. I mean, remember what He said. You can do all things. Okay, so you can do all things. So let's make sure that we keeping all the laws and statutes and commandments of the Most High. Okay, and then you got those who talk about love, love, love. But remember, let's go to John. You can go to John 14 and 15, or you can go to John 15 and 14. It's going to end up the same thing. All right, so let's try that. Let's try that once. Let's go to John real quick, because you got people who talk about, well, love is, God left when Jesus died, or when Christ died. He left the commandments of love, or we just love. Okay, but what does John say? What does John Mark say? John Mark say about it? Okay, let's go to 14 and 15 in John. 14 and 15 in John. Okay, this is the way. Okay, I am the way and the truth and the light. Okay, so John 14 and 15 says what? It says what? If ye love me, then keep my commandments. Okay, so as you can see, that ain't no way around the commandments. Okay, if you being holy unto God and to the Most High, you must keep His commandments. All right, this is El Shaddai. All right, Jah Allah. We must keep His commandments. Okay, we must keep His commandments. All right, so if you love me, you keep my commandments. So when you go to John 15 and 14, all right, it's the same thing. When you go to 15 and 14, all right, He is the true vine. All right, 15 and 14 said, if ye are my friends, okay, if ye are my friends, ye do whatever I command. Do whatsoever that I command you to do. So as we can see, man, it really ain't no way around it, okay? It's not no way around it. Okay, and if anybody tries to get you to go around this, then you just show them, if you're talking to somebody about the commandments and about the scriptures, and that you feel that they don't have your undivided attention, then you just show them, you deal with it, and you just remember, you don't have to show them, but you remember Proverbs, okay? Proverbs chapter 1 and 22, okay? Remember that for your self-edification, all right? Go to Proverbs 1 and 22, and you'll see, all right, the beginning of knowledge, okay? The enticement of sinners, okay? Proverbs 1 and 22 says what? How long will ye simple ones, all right, will love simplicity, okay? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Okay, so anytime you trying to talk to somebody about the commandments, a brother on the street or sister or whatever, a family member, and they shun you, just know that fools hate knowledge. Okay. All right. So man, just hopefully this is just something simple to edify you. Twist up a lot to the elders. Twist up a lot to the elect. The elect is the 144,000. All right. That's meeting in Mount Zion, Telerad, Israel. Okay, Telerad, Israel. Okay, so Baal Hashem Abba, Abba, Yah Allah, Yahusha Hameshiach.